In this video, I'll show you how to use Zapier to automatically mark an existing task as completed or incomplete in your ProcessKit account. So we've been building this long Zap in our example Zapier integration here. We've already done a bunch of things, like we've started with a Slack message. Of course, you can use any of like 1,000 different apps to be the trigger, or you can use ProcessKit as the trigger as well. But anyway, then we created a project from that message, and then we did a bunch of things to it, like updated, and we created some task lists and some tasks and whatnot, and then we searched that project to find a specific task, and now we want to add a step where we will mark that task as complete. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to use ProcessKit, and we are going to mark a task as complete. Now you can do the same thing with mark a task. Where is it? Mark a task as incomplete. If you know that the task is already marked complete for whatever reason and you want to change it to incomplete, you can do that as well. But for the sake of demonstration, I'm only going to show marking as complete because they're basically the same thing. Let's click continue. We're going to select our ProcessKit account. We have to get the project that we've been working with where that task exists. Earlier on, we had created this project, so we will find the ID from that. Of course, if you used the find a project, that would also output a project ID. So either way, we're going to use that project ID. And then we have to identify which task it is that we want to mark as complete. So the previous step, and I showed this in a separate video, we did a search on that project to find a specific task. And this was the task that it found. We had searched by this text, and that has a task ID, and that's what we want to grab. Now, you don't necessarily have to do a search. You can, maybe you had previously created a new task in this Zap. That would also output a task ID as well. So you want to get that task ID, and now we're going to continue. And when we run this, it will mark that task as complete. So let's take a look. This was the task that it found, and I'm going to refresh this page. And as you can see, now it is marked as complete.